following gentle movement stretching session is part of a series of 25 Limber Up sessions you can do complements of BC endurance trainings. These sessions were recorded during actual conference call workouts facilitated by Brian Clarke, the originator of the gentle movement stretching method. By following along with the series, you'll learn the method and the skills so you can limber up without pain or discomfort.
So just pay attention and get into the movement, and the feeling of the movement should be enjoyable and easy. Okay, we'll start with arm swinging. And this one is your arms swing back and forth in front of you, overlapping one way and then overlapping the other. And then the next stretch is up and down, and so you swing your arms up and down, up and down, up and down, up. Do about 7 or 8, and then relax. You can drop your arms. Put them out now straight in front of you and lace your fingers so that your hands are sort of loosely held together. And then swing and twist behind you. And then relax. Feet a little bit less than shoulder width apart. Raise your arms straight up. Put your shoulders back and down. Breathe deeply, expand your chest. And then with your shoulders still, your arms still straight up, lean to one side. Lean to the other side. Come back to neutral position and drop your arms. Shoulders back and down, relax. Breathe deeply. Shoulder shrugs. Big circles with the shoulders. Pretty slow motion. Go the other way. Slow, deliberate motion. Shoulders, the biggest circle as you can make with each one. And then relax. Neck rotations. The head swivels all the way around without moving the shoulders. Go one way, then go the other way. And relax your head, look to one side, look over the shoulder, and look up and look down, look up, look down, look up, look down, look at the other shoulder, look up and look down, look up and down, up and down, relax again. Relax all the muscles in your trunk except whatever you need to kind of hold yourself up with your chest up. Shoulders back and down. We're going to do an Achilles stretch next, and basically what an Achilles stretch is all you just bend your knees. Bend them, keep the weight distributed between your heel and your forefoot, evenly distributed. And then notice the stress on your knees or your quads. At the same time, you have a stretch in the back Achilles tendon. So now will, whatever begins to, feel a little bit uncomfortable, then you back off. Because we could be moving you in a certain, a way that workout, we finally have kind of focused on it some way. Okay, and then stand up, spread out now, wider than shoulder width apart, nice stance. Now the stance, it's you've got a triangle that is the two legs down to the feet and back up to the pelvis. The pelvis can tilt, but the legs have to remain stationary as you're doing this exercise. This is we'll call it trunk twisters, and the one thing that you concentrate on as you're going all the way around with your trunk is keeping your hips stationary above the legs. The legs don't move. The hips can tilt. The pelvis stays right in one place. All the way around slowly and just concentrate on where that pelvis is. Notice that it helps to keep your back really straight. Don't curve your back too much. Especially when you're coming around in front of you. Your hips can slip back, your back stays straight. Keep the pelvis right smack dab above, equidistant above the legs. Okay, I got to that one. I want to welcome Lonnie. Lonnie just joined us. We're in the middle of stretching, Lonnie. We'll talk to you pretty soon. This is we're going to do...
Don't tie it.
Hang on one second. We're going to do a calf stretch now, everybody. Calf stretch. And the calf stretch, where your one leg and foot is out in front and the other leg and foot are in back. And the back leg is straight and the knee is a little bit locked. So the back leg is straight with the knee locked. And the front leg, the knee is right over the foot. The front leg is out in front and the knee is right over the front, over the ankle, excuse me. Your front leg knee is right over the ankle below it. So we're getting into what we'll call a starting position. If you're in the starting position, you'll feel, a little bit of stretch maybe in your calf muscle in the back leg. You could feel some stretch in your hip somewhere. By the way, that back foot should be pointed straight at the butt that's up above it. And the only way you can tell if it's straight is if you bend over and look at it. And make sure that back foot is pointed straight up the leg and towards your butt on that side where that back leg is. Very important that you stretch your calf muscle evenly, one side and the other. And evenly, the only way that you can stretch it evenly is with the foot in the back pointed straight ahead. Okay. Make sure it's pointed straight ahead. And then once you're in a position of sort of, we'll call it comfort, then you're going to twist from one side to the other, twist your whole body, twist even your neck as far as your head will go, and your shoulders, twist them as far as they'll go, your hips as far as they'll go. You keep the legs stationary. That's the only thing you're not really moving, with your legs. You can stop the upper body twisting and move your legs, Take your knees, mix circles with your knees. One knee and then the other. The front knee makes a big circle, the back knee not so big. But you can shift things around. The more you shift, the more you move, the more you stretch, the more you feel limber. Okay, where are we? Did we stretch the other, what do you call calf stretch? Do we turn around and go the other way? Do you remember how to get into the starting position? Breathe deeply. Bring your chest up. Breathe deeply. Shoulders back and down. Sit right over your hips, your pelvis. Sit up like you're riding a horse. When you're in the correct position, this is the classic runner position, like Ilya, the runner, the elite runner that we have in our training. Take a look at the photos. I'll send a link soon if you haven't seen it already. Yeah, the photos of Ilya in mid-stride, that's what you want to look like. Only, of course, you're on the ground. That's okay. You're going to stretch as if you're running like Ilya. Okay. The last stretch is going to be quad stretch. And so it's really nice to have something you can hang on to with this stretch, because you're going to stand on one leg and bring the other leg, the ankle up, and hold on to the ankle. And holding onto the ankle, there are all kinds of movement activities. Most recently, as a group, we've been playing with the foot, trying to stretch it and move it as much as possible without any pain or causing any pain. Just kind of move it around and feel where it's stiff or whether it's, loose or whatever. Just get a feel for it as it's moving in the air, as it were. In other words, you're not feeling it move on the ground. Okay. We'll go into more about that later, but just turn now and lift the other leg. And this time you're holding onto the ankle and moving the foot, but pay attention to how much, how the weight is distributed on the foot that's on the ground. And how is it distributed? Is it distributed sort of equally, for instance, between the balls of the foot in the front, right behind the toes, and the heel? Are the toes pressing down, or are they loose? They should be loose. Shouldn't be pressing at all. Do you feel your arch? Or do you feel like the arch is up in the air somehow?
Thanks for limbering up with us during this gentle stretching exercise session. Feel free to subscribe so you don't miss the next session and share the BC Endurance Trainings links with your friends on socials. Also, check out our website at bcendurancetrainings.com. It's your gateway to great fitness programs and courses for runners, joggers, walkers, and all endurance athletes.